Hi there, you're in Live with Mate JJ. So, what is today? Today is electronics project. We're going to do an electronics project. It's making cables. We're getting ready for learning the art of electronics. Now, I must apologize. The days turned into weeks, turned into 1 month. It's been 1 month since I've released a video. And it's kind of silly, but the reason why I haven't released a video is because I've been trying really hard to release a video. I didn't want to do any more videos before I do the first learning the art of electronics chapter. So I've been trying to get that done. Everything's been directed towards that, but man, it's just so much work that I've got, and busy with day job and rah rah rah. So they've got a bunch of excuses. Today is not the day for the first learning the art of electronics video, and I'm sorry about that. I am trying to get there, but what we're going to do today is we're just going to do a little bit of preparation for the learning the art of electronics labs. So in recent history, I made this. I'll show it to you on the bench in just a second. But this is it was like a breadboard that I was planning to use to do the to do the various circuits from the book. So I was just going to use this as a breadboard and put in the capacitors I needed and the resistors I needed and this sort of thing. So initially I thought that would be a good idea, and I used one of my big Elegoo, Electro Cookie, one of my big Electro Cookie circuit boards to make a breadboard. It's got male pin header and female pin header, and I don't know. I thought it would be handy, but I've changed my mind. Actually, instead of using uh, that great big honkin' Electro Cookie board, I thought I'd use these smaller Electro Cookie boards. And rather than breadboarding the circuits, I thought I'd just dead set solder them together. So I'm not gonna I'm not going to put it in a breadboard. I'm just gonna literally solder the components together. So I'll show you this over on the bench in a second as well, and I'll tell you about that. And what we're doing today is we're going to make some cables for powering our board. So we're going to use these small little boards. I'll show you more about that in a second. And we're going to power them with these JST PH 2.0 2 mil power doodads. So I'll show you this on the board, on the bench in a second as well. So what we've got to do today is we've got to run some cables out of the power supplies, and I've got two power supplies up the back there. So we're going to run the power out of them. Obviously, banana plugs for the front panel. I'm going to run those into some DC barrel jacks. You know, the old DC power. I'll make them DC female, which will be safe, and then I'll put DC male ends on these power cables so that we can plug the DC female into the DC male and have a full path through for powering the boards. We won't need to install power switches because the power circuits have on and off switches anyway, so there's no need for switching. So all we'll need to do is just solder in one of these JST PH headers for the positive and negative supply for every project. So that's what we're going to be doing today, just making some cables. And this video is getting ready to do the learning the art of electronics, which is coming. It is my priority. Over here on the floor, you can't see, but I've got a whole heap of mail call stuff to do. There's a whole heap of stuff that it's arrived. I'm not doing that yet. I'm going to try and get out the learning the art of electronics videos as soon as I can. But today's just getting prepared for that. There was some preparatory spending. I bought 1,200 resistors. I got a whole heap of resistors, 12 different kinds. There's space beans allocated for them up there. There's a whole row, the bottom row of small drawers there. 12 different kinds of resistor. I got 100 of each kind. So that should be plenty to make the circuit boards. I'll show you the Electro Cookie circuit boards that I have that we'll be using. I'll show you those today, just when I get you over the bench here. I also ordered a bunch of these pin headers for the power. So those are on order from AliExpress. They'll be turning up. I also had to buy some banana cables, so they're coming as well. So I'm just waiting for some components to arrive, then I'll be able to do the video. Also, I'm thinking, actually, rather than do the first Tuesday of the month, which was going to be the goal, was going to be the first Tuesday of the month was Learning the Art of Electronics Day. I think I'm just going to make Tuesdays Learning the Art of Electronics Day. Maybe not every Tuesday, but hopefully every Tuesday, because instead of doing a whole chapter, I'm just going to do little bits of the chapter. I'm just going to do, say, one circuit, and a chapter could have, you know, like as many as 10 circuits in it. So I'm just going to do one circuit for one video, and it's going to be Tuesdays. Of course, this video is coming out on Tuesday as well. I'm recording it. It's approaching midnight on Monday here, so it'll be Tuesday in about 1 hour, and then I'll schedule this to come out on Tuesday, and then it'll probably be the following Tuesday. That'll be my goal for the Learning the Art of Electronics. I do have some other things to do, but I'm not going to release them yet. I'm just going to try and get there to do the Learning the Art of Electronics. I am planning to release videos Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 3 videos a week. That's my goal. It's been a little bit difficult for me to hit that goal lately because of just getting over the hump with starting Learning the Art of Electronics, and also just being busy with day job and real life and that sort of thing. So anyway, got some time to make some videos today. We're going to be making some cables. That's all we're doing. We're getting ready. We're getting prepared to do the Learning the Art of Electronics videos, which are coming. Anyway, that's everything there is to tell you. Let's jump over to the bench together and make some cables. All right. So here we are on the bench. Now, I did mention about this. This is my full-size breadboard from Electrocookie. And I've put in pin headers across the top and bottom for power, various colored ones in the middle, a whole swag of like female pin header on top and bottom there. So yeah, this is a little handy breadboard thing that I made, but I don't think I'm going to be using it, at least not for this particular job. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to make actual circuits using an actual circuit board. And I've got these really great ones from Electrocookie. I have a bunch of them. Let me show you. There's my box full of Electrocookie boards. As you can see, I've got a whole bunch of the small ones, and then I've got a bunch of medium ones, and then I've got a bunch of big honking ones. And of course, I've got a couple of these as well in the other drawer. So yes, we'll be using the small ones. They look like this. At least that is to say, we'll be using them when they'll do. If they won't do, then we'll upsize, supersize me, and we can up the ante and use the bigger boards if we need more area. What we're going to be doing for power is feeding in these JST PH 2.0. That's there's there. That's the spec. We'll basically just be soldering the pin header onto the board up in the corner here. So that'll be that, and then we'll be able to just plug our power in when we need it. So what we're going to need is the I guess you'd call it the male side of the PH header running into here. So we're going to need banana plugs to DC barrel, and we're going to need DC barrel to JST. I suppose we may as well make 2 sets. Should we make 4 sets? Should we make 2 sets? I'm not sure. I think we'll make 2 sets. So what we're going to do is time lapse the build. So yes, let's do it. Actually, before we start the time-lapse bit, let me just show you a little bit more about what we're doing. So these are my banana plugs. They just male on each end. So we'll be cutting those in half, which means we'll have two sets, one set of red and black and another set of red and black. That'll be about that long, which is plenty long enough. And then we're going to have on this end, we're going to have the female power come out, and that's going to connect to the banana cables here. We've got two of those, this one and this one. And then on the other side of things, we're going to have the male DC barrel, which is going to go into the JST connectors. So those will be going together like that. So that should all be well and good. I think we'll be dealing with only small voltages, so I'm pretty sure these cables will suffice. They're not super thick cables, but I think they'll be enough for our purposes. So that's what we'll be doing. We'll be cutting these in half, making two sets of those. We'll be soldering these together, making two sets of those. And one thing that I'll do with you just now, just quickly before we go ahead, I'll put on the old trusty multimeter here. This is my EV blog multimeter, or at least one of them. I'm planning to get the full set. Let's put this in. That looks like continuity mode to me. I'm going to need some common, positive. All right, so that should be, yep, that's great. Now, just what we want to do is plug those together and make sure that positive goes to positive. It does. And we're going to make sure that negative goes to negative. Yep. Great. All right, so I have every reason to expect that will work. Seems like it will. So we'll do the continuity test again at the end after it's all soldered together. So now I will time lapse it. I'm just going to time lapse the build. It's going to be a little bit of cutting, a little bit of wire stripping, a little bit of soldering, a little bit of heat shrinking, and then we'll be good. So let's do it. Oh man, I'm feeling a bit dumb. I don't think I've done it the right way. I shouldn't have connected the male end to this end, because I really want the male end to come out of the power supply. Now I could just do it the other way around, but instead what I'm going to do, I'm just going to finish off this one, and then I'm going to go the other way around. So let me just finish this up quickly. I'm just going to put the yellow heat shrink over the top. Okay, let's just do that quickly. So I'm not sure if I'll ever actually have a need for this particular type of cable, but it's all pretty much done now. And I'll go and get some new pieces, and I'll tell you again what I'm doing now that I've thought a little bit harder about it. All right. So I'll be back in a second with the next one. This one, by the way, is done. That's a mail coming out there to the JST PH 2.0. I shouldn't have made this. Anyway, I did. All right, I'll go and get some more stuff and I'll be back. All right. So did I show you the one that I made? This is the one that I made. It's got the JST to DC barrel mail, which is not what I want to be doing, it turns out. So what I'm going to do instead is put the JST onto the DC barrel female. So I'm going to need some more of the bits and pieces. We're going to need just one of these. That should be good. So these and these will go together, and then this will go on that. Okay. Same this one and this one. Just planning it all out here. Hopefully we get it right this time. Now I'll be using those, and I'll be using half of those. So what we're going to want is 2 more of these. Oh, there's one. Oh, okay. So there's another one of those. We're only going to need half of this. All right. So these are the ones that are going together. And then these ones are going together. That's right. So power comes out. It's live on this end. Great. All right. Well, it's time to time lapse it again. Let's go. All right. So that's our first one done. That's a DC barrel female. Comes out here and goes into here for the power for the actual board itself. So this will run into the board. So we've done one of those. Let's do the second one. All right, so that's the second female side done. So that's 2 females now, which run into the JST PH connectors. So these are for connecting the boards. So the next thing we'll be doing is wiring in the power supply itself. So that's time to get serious with our things here. So we're going to need to be cutting these. Let's do that together now, and then I'll time lapse it for the actual builds. You see that? And just going to pull that across here, down there. Going to be roughly the same length. I'm going to cut that there, and we're going to do the same thing for the red one down here, and then cut that there. All right. So now we're going to build the male side of the cable. So let's do that together on time lapse. All right. So that's our first male to banana plug done. So that's all well and good. Got one more to do. Let's do that together now. Have a little bit of glue Sure, let's do it then. All right, on we go. All right, so we're done. We've got one lot of male power, another lot of male power, and then we've got female power and another female power. So that should be enough to provide two power sources to our circuits when we're working with them. We only have two power sources anyway, so I could also run in power from over here in a pinch. Maybe, yeah, before we finish up, I'm just going to do a couple more of these. Why not? Or just one. One will do, because I've got just the little offcuts here. So I've actually got a little bit of the stuff that we're going to need. Let me go and get the bits and we'll do one last one. All right, I'm back. So I just got myself an extra one of these female DC barrels, and I got a couple of extra JST connectors. So we'll just use one of those. So we're just going to make an extra one of these. I'll just do that in time lapse now. All right, so that's the third board side power supply. So we've actually got three of those in the end, and that you can't see it, but over here there's oh, actually I can show you. Here we go. Just running in over here are a bunch of male. I've got ATX 5 volt, ATX 3.3 volt, and ATX 12 volt. So these come from a old computer power supply that's sitting in the corner over there. So I can run in 12, 5, and 3.3 volts, and they will run into these if I need to power them off any of those three. And then on the other side of things, let me just put these back. I have power out from the power supplies. I've got two of them on the bench. They take banana cables out, so we've got banana cable out here, and that's two of those. Unlikely to need more than two. So yes, we're done. Now that was yeah, that was all the things. So look, three of the farewell cam will wrap up. And that's a wrap. So yeah, pretty happy with a little job. Just getting ready for our Learning the Art of Electronics. This is power for Learning the Art of Electronics. These are the two input power, or the end that connects to the power supply. So these run out of the power supply. We've got two of those, and then these will go into the board. And we've got some of the adapters. So when we have our little circuit board here, we'll just solder in a little terminal. One of these little female JST PH terminals. We'll take one of those and we'll solder him in up there. Then we can run power in for the board, and we can run three powers in that way. 1, 2, 3. I can make more of these, of course, if I need to. So this is a good place to start. And I actually think now might be a good time to institute a Learning the Art of Electronics project basket. So this is power for Learning the Art of Electronics. It can go in the project basket. Keep project basket down there. Other bits and pieces that we'll be using can go in there as well. I don't need to trouble you with that now. I'll just get a little bit organized. So that was everything today. Just making some tables, getting ready to do Learning the Art of Electronics. That video will be coming out soon. I'm working on it. If you've got access to the wiki, which you will have if you support me on Patreon, you can see that the notes have been coming along. I've been learning how to use KiCad to generate schematics. So I'm getting the hang of that. That's enough for this video. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And please remember to hit like and subscribe.